Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We are on Chapter 6, Lesson 13, page number 455. In this chapter, we're learning to divide decimals, but using the powers of 10. So for example, if our divisor has a decimal in it, we need to move it over a few spots until it becomes a whole number, and then whatever our dividend, we need to move the decimal over as many places as well. So right here, we had 4.5 and 6.75, and they moved each of the decimal places over 1. So now we have 45, 67.5. They left the decimal point there just to show you, but in reality, you can just go ahead and take it off. All right, so let's figure this one out. 45 will not go into 6, but it will go into 67 at least one time. Helps if I have my marker here. One time. There we go. So then we have 45. Now, 7 minus 5 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. Then we bring down the 5 and dot, 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 splat up the decimal. Okay, 45 into 225. So if I estimate, I remember that 40 times 5 is 200, right? So I bet if I did 5 times 45, 5 times 5 is 25, 20, 21, 22. Yay, right on the money. 225. Then my answer comes to 0 and I can be done. So then Jerome is 1.5 times taller than Casey. And you can do multiplication to check if you will get 6.75. Number 1. Number example 2. All right, so we have a decimal in the dividend and the divisor. So let's rotate them both to one place to the right, which means multiply by the powers of 10. So now we have this number here. It all works out in the grand scheme of things. So 15 will not go into 0. So we're going to put a 0. Oops, I need help putting a marker. I need to do markup. Sorry about that. So 15 will not go into 0. So we say 0. 15 will not go into 6. So we're going to say that's a 0 too. So, but 15 will go into 60, but we have to add this extra 0 right here. So 15 will go into 60 about 4 times. So 4 times 15 is 60. 60 minus 60 is 0. See how they figure that out? When you've got decimals like that, you can just keep adding decimal or zeros in the end, and you will eventually figure out some sort of answer. Number 1, divide. Check using multiplication. We're going to cross that out because I'm giving you the answers as we go along, so you know that you're getting this done correctly. All right, we're going to move that decimal point right here. So it's behind the 13 and it's behind the 8. Dot, 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 dot. Splat is where our decimal point is going to end up. All right, 13 will not go into 6. But 13 will go into 68 about 5 times. 5 times 13 is 65. 68 minus 65 is 3. Bring down the 9 will be... Bring down the 9 will be 39. So then 13 will go into 39 about 3 times. 3 times 13 is 39. 0 is our answer. That was kind of fast. All right, we are just going to do the evens from here on out. Okay, so thank you for listening. Let's go ahead and work on doing the evens. Let's go ahead and bracket it up. We're going to move that decimal. Helps if I do markup, so I can have somehow to do my marker. I'm going to move that decimal over, so that decimal goes over that way. So then we have a 3 in the divisor, and the dividend, we're going to have 6.6. Okay, you see how we did that? So we have to make sure that the divisor is a whole number. 3 will go into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. dot, 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 splat. Bring that 6 down. 3 will go into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. So our answer is 2.2. All right, let's go over to number 4. Okay, so this one's going to be our divisor. We need to make sure we get rid of that decimal over here. One spot, one spot. So 2. And then the dividend is going to be 4.62. Alrighty. 2 will go into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down the 6. 2 will go into 6 3 times, but first we got to do the dot, 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 splat. So now 2 will go into 6 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 0. 2 will go into 2 1 time. 1 times 2 is 2. 0. So our answer is 2.31. Both of the decimals, we're going to move. All right, take 2. Haha. On number 6, we're going to move the decimal over here, and then the decimal is going to be over here. So our new number is going to be 14 division bar 0.7. 0.7. Okay, that'll help us not be so confused. All right, 14 will not go into 0. So 0 times. But 14 will not go into 7 either. So then we're going to have to add a 0 right here. In fact, I'm going to do that in a different color. I'm going to add a 0 right there. Now, will 14 go into 70? Let's go ahead and see. Let's see. Let's do 14 times 5 is 20. 5, 6, 7. Yes. 5 times 14 is 70. 70 minus 70 is 0. So then our answer is going to be 0.05. Make sure you get that decimal point in there. That one was tricky. Okay, number 8. So we need, this is our divisor right here. We need to go over one spot. We need to go over one spot. So then we have 4. That will go into 144. All right, 4 will not go into 1, but 4 will go into 14 at least 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. Bring down the 4. 4 will go into 24 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. 0. So 36 is our answer to 8. Okay, number 10. Oof, let's get rid of that decimal. We need to go over 2 spots. 2 spots. So now we have 15. And then we'll go into 8,478. Okay. 15 will not go into 8, but 15 will go into 84. Let's do 15 times 5-ish and see what we get. 5 times 1 is 5, 6, 7. That's pretty close. So then we're going to do a 5 right here, and we're going to do 75. 9. Bring down the 7. Okay, 15 will go into 97. I wonder what 15 times 6. That's as close as we're going to get. Would be 90. So then there'd be 7 left over. Bring down the 8. Okay, so 78 looks like the 5 is going to be our answer there again. And that's going to be 75. There's going to be 3 left over. And we're out of numbers. Except now this is where we add a decimal and add a 0, because then we can bring the 0 down. Now 15 will go into 30 twice, and then yay, we get our 0. So then our answer is going to be 565.2. Oof. Remember, to divide decimals, you're okay to add a 0 and a decimal point to kind of help things out a little bit. Number 12. Okay, we have 13.2 divided by 0.3. So we need to move both of these zeros over, or move both of these numbers over, decimals over a place value. 3 into 132. Okay, so 3 will go into 13 about 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 13 minus 12 is 1. Bring down the 2. Ooh, it'll go into about another 4 more times. 12 evenly. Yes, our answer is 44. Ooh, these ones are tough. Okay, we did it, friends. We survived. Okay, number 14. Mrs. Chewbacca is making chocolate chip cookies for her daughter's class. She bought a tub of chocolate chip cookie dough that contained that many ounces of dough. If each cookie needs that many ounces of dough, how many cookies can she make? Okay, they just want to see if you can move the decimals over. All right, so we have 1.2 and then division bar 57.6. Okay, let's move these over so the decimal will come over. Decimal come over. So now we have 12 into 576. That's a little bit easier to work with because I know 12 will go into 57 at least 4 times because 4 times 12 is 48. Then I can change that to a 4, that to a 17, and that should be 9 left over. Bring the 6 down, and 12 will go into 96, at least 8 times. 8 times 12 is 96. Yes, a 0. So she has enough to make 48 cookies. Okay, number 16, brain builders. We can do it. Kayla works for a t-shirt company that has this many yards of fabric to make specialty t-shirts. Each t-shirt takes this many yards of fabric and sells for $22.50. How much money can Kayla make using the fabric she has? Okay, so first we got to figure out our 2 numbers that are circled. Then we can times the answer by 22.50 to find out how much money she can make. So we have 4.5 division bar, 49.5. We need to move that decimal over. So we have 45 as our new problem that's a lot easier to figure out than the other one. Okay, 45 will go into 49 at least one time. 1 times 45 is 45. 49 minus 45 is 4. Bring down the 5. 45 will go into 45 one time. 1 times 45 is 45. 0. There's our 0. Okay. So we know that she can make 11. She can make 11 shirts. Now she's going to sell them for $22.50. Okay, so we're going to have $22.50 times 11. All right, so 1, let me move my little number here. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, next area, we're going to put a 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5, 2, and 2. Add them all together. 0, 5, 5, 6, 7, 4, 2. All right, then we go 1, 2 over, 1, 2 over. So $247.50 is what she can make with the fabric that she has. Okay, number 18, dividing decimals. How is dividing decimals different than dividing whole numbers? All right, there you go. There's your answer.